Okie dokie, welcome back. Alright, apologies everyone. I tried to get VTube Studio working, and it didn't want to behave itself. And then I tried to get American Truck Simulator running, and it didn't want to behave itself, so I had to restart Steam. So it's been an interesting evening of technical difficulties, but we should be ready to go. And I just realized I've still got the VTube Studio overlay up. I really should set up Spout so that it doesn't care anymore, but I'm too lazy for that at the moment. I mean, I really should do it just because of the fact that they updated thingamajig, whatchamacallit, the thing, OBS, so that it didn't matter. They updated OBS so that Spout was integrated. Anyway, we're gonna get to the truckin' and put on some tunes. So let me just hit the go button there. And that's interesting. Let me check something real quick on OBS. Why is it that when they do an update, it breaks all of my things? Breaks all of my things. Well, I guess it wouldn't be a VTubing stream without scuff. Okay, how about that? Are you gonna give me... Why are you... Concern. OBS, why you do this to me? Why are you giving me no input from that device? No. Capture audio sessions from selected executables. Yep. iTunes. Yep. Okay. Alright, well. Looks like we ain't got music. Ah, the joys of streaming and everything not working. Exactly what I want on a Monday. Right, I'm going to stop fucking around with that. Instead, I'm going to fuck around with some things in here. Options, audio, music volume. We'll put on the UI music volume as well. I'll turn that down a little bit. I'll turn that down a lot. And we'll get going. We'll get trucking. I've been wasting too much time. I think computer's due for a restart tonight. When I finish off my project for tomorrow. Because tomorrow is May 23rd, which is World Turtle Day. So I'm going to be doing a turtle stream. I'm going to be talking about turtles. I'm going to be giving you all the good science of what it is to be a turtle. The meaning of turtle life. But while we're here, let's pick up a job. Let's see what they've got for us. We're pretty tired and we're running relatively low on fuel, so let's see if we can get a quick one in. Something short. What have you got? Freight market. Tractor, frozen fruits. Where's that? It's a short one. That one's a short one. That one's a long one. Let's take the trees. Okay, where are my trees at? Oh, they're back there. Okay, let's put it down into reverse. I've actually gotten pretty good at reversing this thing. Just so long as I'm not carrying a B double. Okay, let's... Maybe a little bit too much zest there. Okay, back it up. Let's get the toe pin in. There we go. Fantastic, we got our trees, we're on the way. Okay, let me just... Radio. Okay, I have to set that up. Well, looks like we're going without the radio. Once again, nothing decides to work. Sad. Oh well. Ah, Pizza Cat, welcome in. Yes. Tonight is Truckin night. Tonight is the night that my entire functionality of OBS decided to isekai itself to a different dimension. Because ain't nothing been working. But we're getting there. We got our trees. Tree-kun. And we're gonna... Well, first off, we're gonna get some petrol. We're gonna take a nap. And then we're gonna lug some trees. But how you been, Pizza Cat? Welcome on by. I was just talking about the fact that tomorrow is World Turtle Day, which means I'll be doing a little education stream. I'll be talking about turtles. And after that, I don't know what I'm doing. Thank you. Yes, it's my truckin' stash. People get a bit uncomfortable when a turtle shows up and is like, "Hey, I'm driving a truck." So this mustache convinces them that I'm definitely a human and not at all a large reptile. All right, I'm gonna hit the brakes, gas it up, and don't look at the price. Do not look at the price of diesel. Da-da-da-da-da. We good? Excellent. Probably shouldn't have started in 5th, but that's okay. Oh, son of a bitch. That's why I hate going to a petrol station with a trailer on. Alright, I've successfully reversed, unlike most of the time where I make an absolute hash of it. Okay, now it's time for sleepy time. Just park around back here. Yeah, I started playing this game mainly for the ambience. Fuck off. Suck my dick. He's gonna be doing that all night while I try and sleep. Anyway, yeah, I got into this game for the ambience, but it's been truly addicting. I've been playing a lot of it offline, and it's a lot of fun. Oh, suck my dick. This is the one part I don't like about the game, is yeah, the collision models are a little bit... They're not too bad, but yeah. Let's just say that they are less than ideal for someone of my driving skills. That and some cars have an annoying habit of short braking in front of you. But I suppose that's much like real life. Anyway, let's get back on the road and deliver these trees. Should be hitting nighttime around about soon. Which is funny because the clock seems to be working right. I was playing the other day and the time didn't seem to match up for the light. Like, I was driving at like 11 a.m. midday and it was pitch black. So, I'm pretty sure I'm not driving in Alaska. And I have managed to pick up a few upgrades. I've upgraded the transmission on my truck, so I've got 13 speeds now. Well, 13 gears. Oh fuck yes, we're in Arizona. That means... Oh, I missed my turn. Let's just do a quick, cheeky, illegal U-turn. Once I... Here I was saying I'm getting really used to the game, but no, I'm fucking up. I missed my turn, and so now I must do a loop. Huh? Why is it? Oh, it's... Okay, it's telling me to do a left there. Alright, well, I'm just doing the inverse of what it wants. I can read a map. Right, let's not violate the red light. Remember, when you're driving, red lights are just a suggestion. Okay. Obey the stop sign. Yes. So I think I'm probably going to wind up doing maybe 3 streams this... Well, actually, technically 4 streams this week. So we had the collab on Saturday with Boyson, which was a lot of fun. Today is our regular Monday stream. We're trucking it. Tomorrow we'll be doing a regular Tuesday stream, but again a little bit special because we're doing World Turtle Day. And then Wednesday is the release day for Bolt Gun. So I'm thinking I might do that on Thursday. Or maybe Wednesday, we'll see. And then on Saturday, I'm doing another collab, except this time it's over on Boyson's channel. She's doing her 200 viewers nostalgia react thing. And she asked if I want to give her a hand, so I will be. I'll be participating in some 90s nostalgia, which should be pretty good. I have an unhealthy level of, actually no, fuck that. I have a healthy level of, an entirely normal and sane level of 90s Australian media knowledge. Although, funnily enough, I seem like I know a lot about 90s Australian TV, except for this one show that everyone seems to have seen but me, which was called Ship to Shore. And I've never seen it. And everyone's like, oh yeah, man, Ship to Shore, so good. That and Round the Twist. I'm like, yeah, no, I saw Round the Twist. It was fucking great. But what the fuck is Ship to Shore? But no, a very peculiar media landscape. Australia in the 90s and early 2000s. And unfortunately, it's gone downhill. Australian TV is not the thing that it once was. Although we do have some absolute gems that come out. If you ever want to watch some great TV, watch Mr. In Between. It's a 3-season show made in Australia. Started in about 2018. It's kind of like Breaking Bad if it was a black comedy and the main character was actually likable. Like, Walter White's cool, but you don't really like him. Ray Shoesmith, he's a great old guy. He's a dad, and he's just doing right by his family, and he's also a hitman, and he murders people. So, you know how it is. But no, it's a really good series to grab an eye on. It's really short too, so you can like binge it in a weekend. It's 3 seasons, but like first season's like 6 episodes. Second season I think is 8. So it's pretty short, but it's very good. And the other thing they do fantastically is the few shootout scenes that are in it. Because Australia is not really a place with a lot of guns like America, anytime someone pulls out a gun in a show, you know it's serious, right? Like, you know it's, okay, this is where shit's about to go down. And so the gunfight scenes in that show are, you know, very well choreographed, and they're very realistic in terms of, you know, how punchy it is and how consequential it is. Because in a lot of these sorts of shows from the US and Canada, it's kind of like main character's Rambo, and he just runs around like, you know, shooting a billion people, doing backflips, John Wick style, which is cool, it's fun, but it's not realistic. Whereas, you know, this one's a bit more of a guy gets clipped by a bullet and he's down. But no, great series to watch. That and Danger 5. If you've never heard of Danger 5, it's the origin of the sensible chuckle meme. It's a 2-season long, although they did a radio show version now as well. But it's a 2-season long kind of absurdist comedy. First season parodies like it's like Thunderbirds and like 1960s era men's adventure mags. So it's all stuff like, you know, Trapped on Dinosaur Island. And it's a team of 5 international spies whose job is, they are Danger 5, and their job is to stop the Nazis in World War II, but it's like an alternative, like 1960s era World War II. And it's very amusing. And season 2, they take it to the 1980s. So it's a parody of all like the 80s tropes. Like, you know, the dirty cop, and, you know, there's a space episode. It's such a great show. We were lucky to get the 2 seasons we got, because, as I mentioned earlier, Australian media landscape is a bit of a cesspit now. Because they don't want to make good TV anymore, they just want to make reality TV shows, because it's cheap. Yeah, I've got to figure out why my music wasn't working. Because I tried, like, my redeems weren't working. Last stream I had, my redeems all broke. So I got those working. But now my music doesn't want to seem to work. Oh, we found Flagstaff. Ooh. Oh, fuck off. I knew there was going to be a cop somewhere. It's one thing I do wish the game did better, was give you a little bit more warning of changes to speed limits. I do like that you only get fined if there are cops. Like, it's not just an automatic, oh, you've reached the speed limit, get fined. But at the same time, yeah, it's a little bit frustrating when, you know, you see the sign, you're slowing down, but no, okay, you passed the sign, therefore. Really take it up to 6 here. Actually, I should probably not run the red light. Downshifting is still the thing I haven't quite mastered. Oof. Okay, that's the green for the left. green light. It's the other thing that's a little bit frustrating sometimes is the green light, because they like any of these trucking games, they compress the distance a little bit, because to make it a one-to-one representation of the real world would make an absurdly large game, and also would take you about the same amount of time it does actually take to drive across America in real life. So yeah, not exactly practical, but I kind of wish they just truncated the stoplights a little bit. Ah, fuck off, cop. Another red. Are you kidding me? Also, who's honking? Oh, it's the train. Okay, yep. Yep, no, trains do that in real life. Trains blow the horn at level crossings. This is understandable. Well, I'm surprised it was blowing it that much. To be fair, it's moving at a clip. The ones at work usually just do a little doot near the level crossings, but they're usually moving pretty slow. They just whoop, and keep on keeping on. Oh good, the cop's fucking off. Oh shit, I need to go right. Committing a traffic violation. Really should pay more attention to my map. Can I go a little faster? I think I can. I'll get on the highway. That should, yep, 75. Excellent. Also, I figured out how to use cruise control, so that helps. It's nice being in Arizona and being able to drive at 75 miles an hour until we get back to California. We're going to have to drive at 55. I don't know, that's one thing I find really weird about America is you have all these like different interstate speed limits. In Australia, we're usually pretty consistent. It's nice. It's the nice thing about only having 7 states as opposed to 50 billion. The only downside of going at 75 miles an hour is that, yeah, the steering definitely becomes a lot lighter. You get a lot more from a lot less. Which is nice, but it also means keeping it in the lines is a bit tricky. Alright, we've got 1 hour 49 minutes coming up on the 40. Gotta deliver some trees. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I've ever seen a truck carrying trees before. Probably should have indicated on that overtake, but who cares? Nyum. What's this guy got? Ah, he's got an excavator. Okay. I kind of want to overtake him because this bus is fucking slow. But he's also shit. And... okay, I'm just going to come over. Hopefully the cars heed my turning signals, because sometimes they don't, which is really annoying. Okay, bus, fuck you. Alright, let's get a little bit more clip on, and then we'll just put her into cruise control. Oh, oh, shit, fuck. Balls, balls, balls. What have you done to me? Why are you all stopping? Alright, now I've lost most of my speed. I've got to pick it back up again. Thanks, guys. Nyum. Yeah, I think I'm making pretty good time. We're only an hour out. Guy's got some lumber on his back, I think, or some pallets. Fuck you, buddy. Also, having the inset mirrors is useful rather than having to actually look across at the wing mirrors on the model of the truck. I mean, I'm impressed that they modeled them, but yeah, I think, is there a VR setup for this? I don't know. I think there is. I would be tempted to try this in VR. The only downside is I don't have a steering wheel, and I feel like you'd need a steering wheel to try this in VR. Because I feel like if you tried doing it mouse keyboard in VR, you'd just go insane trying to find all the keys. Which is my main problem with VR. Well, one of my main problems. I'm not a huge VR fan. Mainly because of the fact that, yeah, you can't really see what you're doing, and also, I mean, this is my problem I always had with the Nintendo Wii, of like, okay, so it's games, but I have to do something. But the whole point of games is that I don't have to do something. You know, it's like I remember seeing someone who built their own, like, Skyrim VR simulator that had, like, the walking pad and, you know, all the other stuff where they actually had to do all the things. And they're like, oh yeah, it's interesting, but I'm absolutely knackered after playing for 45 minutes. I'm like, yeah, that defeats the point. Nyum. We can go up 55 here, so we'll go up to 9th gear. We're almost where we need to be. Stop sign ahead. Stop. Almost violate the stop sign. Basically violated the stop sign. That's fine. There were no cops around, so it didn't happen. If a crime happens in the forest, and there are no police to see it, no, it didn't. No snitching. Alright, we're almost here at the end. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Holbrook. Okay. Skirt. Let's... Where do they want it? They want it over there? No. Yeah, let's do that one. This should be pretty straightforward, I think. Nope. Let me just straighten up a little bit. So one thing I hate about reverse parking in this game, the trailers, they got a mind of their own. Come on. Come on. Ah, it's a train. Okay. There we go, there we go, there we go. Perfect. See, flawless park, level 11. There we go, what do they got for us? Ah, we got some skill points. Let's go long distances, and we'll crank on some fuel economy. So what have they got? They got waste paper for $12,000. Home accessories. Packaged food. Let's get the waste paper. Okay, where's my trailer? There's my trailer. Ah, we're still in neutral. Okay. This will be a bit of a pivot. Yeah, there we go. Brakes. Reverse. There we go. Perfect, and we're underway. We're probably going to need to take a rest on the way, but that's okay. Not gonna lie, I do hate how tight they make the clearance on some of these gates. It's probably going to be a bit of effort getting up to speed, actually. Let's see how we go. We're still at a puny 23 miles an hour. Okay, this silence is getting to me. I'm going to put on some music, even if you lot can't hear it. I'm putting on the music. Okay, no, I thought that was coming through the auxiliary channel for a second, but no, it's not. Anyway, music back on. So we're basically going back to where we started from. Oop. Sorry, friendo, took that one a little bit wide. It's interesting that you don't actually get to drive smaller trucks in this. Like, again, we just went past a cement mixer. I think some of those would be interesting to be able to drive. Like, sure, it's not a semi-rig, but it's still something. Let's put it into ninth. Get back on the interstate. See, most of the stuff they've got in this game at the moment is, like... It's West Coast, like Arizona, Texas, California, stuff like that. I'd be really interested to see them put in, like, Canada or Alaska, do the Alcan. Oop, I bled a little bit too much speed then. Downshift, downshift. Alright, now gear back up because we're going to need to get a rolling start down here. Ninth gear. Oof. Yeah, probably should have done a shoulder check then. Oh, has that guy got steel? Has he got steel coils? Take it up to 13th. I think 12th might be better for now. I just hope I don't have to stop suddenly, because I've got a fair bit of mass in the back. 69 miles an hour, nice. Nope. Turned my wipers on by accident. Just like real life. Yeah, that guy's got steel by the looks of it. Looks like maybe 2 15-tonners, something like that. About 30 tons of steel on the back of that truck. Properly strapped up too. Good, good, good. Good to see. See, the awkward thing about today is my brain is full of turtle things. I've been swatting up, I've been studying for tomorrow. But now it's full of turtle things. I can't think of other things to talk about. But I can't talk about turtles, because that's tomorrow. I think, yeah, I'm definitely going to have to do a PC restart for tomorrow. Get everything back to state 0. Make sure that all the redeems and everything are working before I stream it. Such is the life. It is one of those awkward things where, like, it's kind of annoying that you can't fix it midstream because you have to close OBS. I kind of wish there was a way to, like, close OBS but keep the stream up, and I know that seems nonsensical. But I think it'd be interesting, well, not interesting, but valuable if there was a way to kind of keep the stream up and say, like, hey, it's looking for a connection. And then when you bring OBS up, it just kind of comes back. Because it's annoying how Twitch handles if you stop a stream and then start it again. Especially because you wind up with multiple VODs, which can be a pain. Speaking of pain, my shoulder blade's acting up again, which is great. Why is no one else going at 75 miles an hour? Why are we the fastest thing on the road right now? Not doing too bad. We've got about 50% fatigue. We've got about 6 hours to drive though. I think we might have to take a rest halfway through. 2:17 AM on a Sunday. To be fair, I can think of better places to be than in a truck at 2:17 AM on a Sunday. My bed, for one of them. It's one of the things where I'm glad I don't really work night shifts regularly. Working in early mornings is this weird liminal space. Like, I swear, like, 3 AM to 4 AM is the witching hour. That's when inexplicable shit happens. And I'm not talking, like, spooky shit. I'm just talking, like, things break. Things break or, like, stop working for inexplicable reasons, and you'll spend an hour trying to figure it out, and then it just comes good again. And you're like, well, it started working, we don't know why, but we don't care. Because it's working. Oh, it's 65 around here. Hang on a second. Oop, we got roadworks. Got roadwork. Well, actually, no, we got cops. We got. Yeah, something's gone down. Oh, that's a pain. Gonna need to detour. Let's take it back up to 9th. Yeah, I totally don't get why it's deciding not to pick up my music. That's okay. I mean, it wouldn't be in the VOD anyway, so VOD watchers, yeah, you'd still be dealing with awkward periods of silence and truck driving. That's because I do not want to get DMCA'd, because it's a pain to deal with. I mean, Twitch is actually pretty good in the sense that, like, Twitch doesn't DMCA you so much as it just cuts it out. But yeah, often it can get frustrating in that regard. It's one of the reasons why I stopped playing, well, one of two reasons why I stopped playing Fallout New Vegas on stream. One was because it kept crashing randomly, and the other one was because of the fact that I kept getting parts of the stream muted because of the music that was in the game. Because, oh no, copyrighted music. Alright, I'm gonna cut a bit of speed here because I'm gonna have to make a turn. Actually, I probably cut a bit too much then. Right, down gear. Down to second. First. Come on. There we go. Anyone behind me? Fuck you. I do hate these off ramps. The off ramps with a 90-degree turn. Alright. Oh, do not, sir, do not. Yes, stop. Okay. You ahead of me, speed up. Yes, very good, accelerate. I've given you the horn, sir. I bite my thumb at you. I got places to be and I don't want to be sleepy. Alright, we're creeping up on 65. Alright, we're at about 65, good. Alright, Jake brake. I think that the Jake brake is a very interesting piece of technology. It's basically using the cylinders of a diesel engine as compression resistance to provide braking. That's why sometimes you'll hear trucks going down hills make this like brrr noise. Yeah, that's the Jake brake. I think it's a very interesting application of the engine. Because you can do it in petrol cars as well, technically. It's just that because petrol cars have a much lower compression rate than diesels, it doesn't really do much. Whereas diesel engines, because they generate quite a bit of pressure because they don't use spark plugs. They use pressure to cause the diesel fuel to detonate. Well, technically not detonate, combust. Because detonation in an engine is bad. It makes things go bang, which we don't want. Which is part of the reason why. Screw. Just a cheeky overtake there. Yes, which is so. Back in World War II, when they were trying to make like piston aircraft operate at different altitudes, there were some very interesting things they tried around. And one of those is the fact that when you get to higher altitude, well, at low altitude you want quite a rich fuel mix because it gives you better power. But when you get up to high altitude, that causes problems because the atmospheric pressure is lower. Your petrol starts to detonate in the cylinders instead of combusting. So the Germans invented a thing that they called the Ha-Ha-Grat, which is literally means ha-ha device. It was nicknamed that because it used nitrous oxide, laughing gas. But basically what it did was it, when you got up to a certain altitude, it would start squirting nitrous oxide into the cylinders, to act as a combustion retardant. Basically, it would slow down the rate of combustion so that it would burn rather than detonate, which I think is all pretty cool. You don't need to do that so much with like turbofans and jet engine and stuff, because they're already burning fuel at incredibly hot temperatures. It's essentially, vaporized by that point. But there's some interesting things you have to take into account at high altitudes and such. Another one was the SR-71, the infamous American spy plane. At ground level, its fuel tanks would leak. That's because of the fact that they were designed so that at high altitude, when it was moving really fast, they would compress and have room to compress without crumpling. And it also meant that so when they were sitting on the ground, they would leak fuel. And so they had to design a very special fuel for it that would allow it to operate at high altitudes very efficiently, but also wouldn't burn at ground temperature and ground pressure. So apparently one of the favorite pranks of the ground crews for them on new guys would be to point out the puddles of fuel under the aircraft in the hangar, and then proceed to throw lit cigarettes into them, because of the fact that the cigarette actually wouldn't cause it to ignite at ground level, but the newbies wouldn't know that. So the thing I find interesting is the fact that, like, this was an era when it was still considered to be acceptable to, like, smoke proximate to an aircraft hangar. Whereas nowadays it's like, yeah, no, you ain't smoking within 500 meters of that aircraft hangar. Cigarettes and aviation fuel do not mix. Oh, we're up to 75 again. Oh, too fast. Try and catch me now, coppers. 69, nice. I think we'll sit at that for a while. But no, I wouldn't say I'm really a car guy. I don't like, owning fast cars or anything like that. I don't care. I don't see any real point in owning a car that can go like 200 miles an hour on a public road. But I like machines. I like mechanical stuff, particularly heavy machinery. And I like it when people come up with interesting ideas to try and solve problems. That's why I'm always a little bit sad when it comes to motorbikes, because I have very aberrant views when it comes to things like motorbikes and cars about what looks good. There are a lot of classic bikes that I consider hideous, and there's a lot of bikes that I really like that most motorcycle fans are like, really? Like the Honda Voltus, which was a limited edition bike that they put out a couple of years ago. You can't get them in Australia. There's only one in the country that a guy custom imported. But it's called the Ghost in the Shell bike, or the Akira bike, because it was designed specifically by Honda to look as anime as possible. They actually used a modified version of it in the Ghost in the Shell films, which is even more anime. And that version looks dope, but you can't buy it. You can only buy the standard retail version. And it's still cool as heck. Trailer damage? What the hell? Whomst out here dinging into my trailer? Oh. But yeah, another one was the Suzuki G-Strider, which was a concept bike that Suzuki produced, which looked also really cool. Yeah, never went into production. Maserati Boomerang, that's another one. Although I probably wouldn't have been able to afford it anyway because it's a Maserati, but again, concept car, really cool, never went into production because people are lame and they want boring cars that look like squashed shoes. Yes, I'm looking at you, Porsche 911, instead of cool things. The only one I'm holding out hope for is that new DeLorean, and the actual DeLorean, and the one that was it? It's, who was it? Not Kia. It's the Korean company, Hyundai. They've got a really cool electric concept at the moment. Actually, it's a hydrogen fuel cell concept. Oh, fuck off, copper. Yeah, my only gripe with that Hyundai hydrogen fuel cell one is that it's like, it's a high performance car. It's like a race car, and I'm like, I don't need that. Just give me the car that looks really cool. You know, give me a car with like a 4-speed gearbox, a 4-cylinder tiny engine, and it looks dope. That's all I care about. I don't need it to go fast. That's why I really like the Pontiac Firebird. They understood what they were doing with that thing. They were like, big V8 muscle cars are expensive because they use too much fuel. Let's put a smaller engine in it, but make it sound really nice. Oh. I don't know if you can hear that, but that's my shoulder popping. I'm gonna have to go and stretch it in a minute. Take a quick break from trucking. Should we take a nap? Probably. Are we going to? Nope. As soon as he says that, my dude starts yawning. Whoop. Fuck off, bus. That was a bit close. Actually, that was another thing I was thinking of recently. I was watching old, like, cartoon intros, and there are some that are absolute bangers, right? Like, there are some that are just absolutely phenomenally put together pieces of music for a piece of media. And then there's some others that are just hot garbage. And you really gotta ask yourself, like, where did the budget go? Because I'm a firm believer in having a good intro to a cartoon, or any sort of TV series, because you gotta get people hype, right? Anime had the right idea in this regard, right? They know that you gotta get people. Alright, we're too sleepy. Let's yeah, we'll go down here. We'll go to this rest zone down here. But like, you gotta get people hyped for the episode. Yeah, you gotta get in the vibe. And like a good anime, you know, you don't want to skip that that intro. And even for a mediocre anime, it can have a good opening. Bastard is a great example. Relatively mediocre anime. It has some like good points that I like about it. I like the fact that it gives no fucks and doesn't take itself seriously. It's like, yeah, let's name all of our abilities. Is Japan creepy? But the opening theme, Bloody Power Flame by Cold Rain, absolutely fucking slaps. And I do not skip it because it's just like, hey, I want to get in the mood for the episode. Like Game of Thrones knew it. Game of Thrones has an absolute banger of an opening song. House knew it. House had fucking Teardrop by Massive Attack. Arguably the best song they've ever written. But then you watch other things and it's just like, really? This is your intro to the show? Actually, fun anecdote. So, yeah, it's almost 10 years ago at this point. It has to be almost 10 years ago. Ron Wasserman, the guy who did the soundtrack to the original Power Rangers show, like Mighty Morphin, I think he did Mighty Morphin through to like maybe Lost Galaxy. I think he did the original Saban era and then not after that. I don't know. But he was responsible for the OG, you know, the dun 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 dun, go go Power Rangers. Yes, he did that, and he released a remastered version of a bunch of the songs on Sound. Well, I think it was via Bandcamp or SoundCloud or whatever. So you could download them. You could buy the album and download it. It was kind of like a best of. It was like the OG Mighty Morphin song. It was the Green Ranger theme. You know, a couple of others. And yeah, so I bought it, and you could leave a comment behind, which I did. I left one saying, "Oh yeah, like best album of like television music ever made" or something. Which just, yeah, I thought it was a nice compliment, you know, because the album was like $20. It wasn't expensive. So I was just like, yeah, here's a nice comment. And then like a day later, I checked my emails, and I'd gotten a LinkedIn request from Ron Wasserman, the guy who wrote the album. Now I didn't have a LinkedIn account then, and I still don't, because fuck LinkedIn, it's Facebook for boomers. So yeah, I was just very bemused that, like, for whatever reason, Ron Wasserman sent me a LinkedIn request. I didn't accept it, unfortunately, and I do think to myself sometimes, like, what could have been? What would have happened if I'd been like, hey man, I'll accept that LinkedIn request. You know, I'm a university student, I'm a nobody, I don't even play music. Alright. Nap time. But yeah, just think of it. In another dimension, instead of being a turtle on the internet, I could have been friends with Ron Wasserman. I know I'm speeding, but I don't care. Because now we're not speeding anymore, and that makes it legal. Okay, let's get a bit of speed up. Fuck you, red car. American lines. Yeah, we're not doing too bad. We're 1 hour out. Which is strange, considering we're going at 66 miles an hour, but there's less than 66 miles left. So, anyway. Unless it's factoring in speed zone changes. Okay, how are we for fuel? We're at half tank of fuel, so that's fine. Don't need to refuel yet. So we'll do the drop off for this, and we'll see if there's anything more interesting we can go and pick up. So I kind of feel like running a B-double or like a low loader or something. Actually, I might drop this one off, and then I might just go do something about my shoulder real quick. Oh, fuck off, bus. You infidel of a bus. You absolute buffoon. Fuck you, red car. Okay, let's see if we can get the overtake on the bus. I've bled a lot of speed now. Oop. I should also pay attention to make sure that I'm in the right lane. I'm honestly surprised I haven't been breath tested in this game. I don't think there is breath testing, but keeping a straight line, I am not. I'm getting pretty close. You know what? Screw it. Oop. Oop, 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 oop. There we go. Almost took out that other truck. That's okay. He had it coming. Deserved. I think it's green light. We got a green light. We got a green light. Don't go red. Don't go red. Yeah, that's red. Actually, I should probably stop here. Gear down. Do you know what makes me a little bit sad? Is that we've kind of been getting this wave of 80s nostalgia lately. You know, they've had, what is it, Cobra Kai, you know, the Karate Kid TV series, which is really good. I've really enjoyed that. I mean, The Karate Kid is one of my favorite films of all time. But then we've also had, like, Stranger Things, Glow, like, there's been some really good 80s nostalgia stuff. But they really haven't quite committed to the bit with the music. Like, I don't know, just give me... I don't know, give me something that's just dripping with that kind of retro wave outrun flavor. Like, I don't need it to be authentic 80s. I need it to be like... I don't know. Like Kung Fury, but not shit. Because, like, Kung Fury had some elements I liked. The fuck are you doing? Yeah, Kung Fury had some, like, decent elements. Like, I love the vending machine with the guns. Not vending machine, sorry, arcade machine with guns. I thought that was fucking funny. But overall, the film was just kind of weird. Triceracop was also amusing. But yeah, like, it was kind of, the pacing was off, and oop. Truck wheelies. So what's that sign? Paint and body. And a medical place. Okay, whatever. Oop. Screw. So I'm delivering all the waste paper to this place. Okay. No, actually I'm not. I'm delivering it to that place over there. They just decided to deceive me. What I'm doing is entirely legal. Do not. Do not. You can wait. Alright, go green. Right, yes, you can all go now. I permit this. Trailer damage? Fuck off. Who damaged my trailer? Which one of you heathens damaged my trailer? It's that one. You know what? Screw it. I'm in a hurry. Okay, show me my results. What do these guys got for me? Grain and sugar beets. No thank you. Let's just go job market. What do we got? Freight market. Ethane. We've got a hoe. Cheese. 30,000 pounds of cheese. Ah, but it's at the other end of the state. Son of a bitch. So yeah, we won't get that in time because we gotta go all the way up to the top of Nevada. Why is all the good stuff up in like the top of Sacramento? There's the backhoe. Frozen food, tires. What's down here? Ah, excavator. Okay, yeah, I reckon we could do that one. Interior crocodile alligator. I drive a Chevrolet excavator. Let's just put her in reverse. Oh, that fucking trailer. Okay, let's just do a quick cheeky three-pointer. Yep, there's some steel right behind us. Ooh. There we go. Alright, let's go. Taking a bobtail. Oh, that's a pole. Ooh, narrowly avoiding the pole. I'm a licensed truck driver. You can believe that statement, right? Right. Oh, wrong button. Pay attention, Ando, you're driving. Alright, let's go pick us an excavator. Okay, let's stop at the stop line. Blah, blah, blah. Stop at the stop line. Been doing that all day. My mouth has been running away with itself. It's been going faster than my brain can follow, which is unusual, because usually it's my brain that does the running away with itself. It's one of the reasons why I don't actually like reading things out loud on stream. You might have noticed, I generally, when people post things in chat, I just respond to them. I don't actually read out what they say, which a lot of other streamers do. And I probably should do. The problem is that I read it, and my brain moves on, and my mouth has yet to catch up. And so often means I wind up being like, meh, 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 instead of actually saying words. We might grab some gas while we're here. Been doing pretty good though. We're making money, we're making progress. I wonder if there's a way to like manually pay off loans, because I've generally just been letting them take the deductions out. Should probably actually check that. Bank. Bank, bank, bank. Well, actually, I could probably just repay a bunch of these. Yeah, we'll let this one sit for a little bit. Yeah, we're still sitting pretty. Actually, I'll probably pay that one off now anyway, but I don't care. I'm going to keep on going. And look at that entirely accurate portrait of me. See? Matching mustache and everything. Oop. Going a little bit too fast. A little bit sussy. Yes, I'm pretty sure all these blocked off sections with the X's, I'm pretty sure that's DLC content, which I haven't purchased any of. The game does come with some free DLC. I think Arizona and Nevada are both free DLC. But the other stuff like Texas, I think Arkansas, Kansas, something like that, I don't know. I don't know my American geography very well. As I said earlier, y'all got too many states. Please delete 3, I am not a crackpot. Oop. I think we should be pretty clear to get there and pick up that excavator. Fuck off, copper. Cops go home. Yes, I think we're back in California. 55-mile-an-hour speed limit. I don't know, interesting place, California. I want to visit more. There is more of the US I want to visit. I've been to the US on 2 occasions. The first one was actually when I turned 18. So, basically in Australia, we have a tradition known as schoolies, which is you finish high school, you finish your final exams, and then usually you go and hang out with your mates and do something for a week. A lot of people go to the Gold Coast. Other people go to just like my brother, when he did it, his friends like rented a house on the coast for a week and just hung out. But not me. I actually did things a little bit differently for 2 reasons. One, because I actually had the last exam of the HSC. It was my art history exam, and it was on the very last day of any of the exams. It was actually my birthday. And by then all my friends had kind of already gone away for schoolies because they'd finished like weeks before me. And also my parents, because I'm the youngest child, they were like, hey, here's an offer instead. Instead of going on schoolies, do you want to go on like a family trip to America for a month? And I was like, yeah, okay. Be a poor 18-year-old and like spend a week drinking with my friends, or go to America for a month. Easy pick, go to fucking America. So actually we did America and Canada. We went to New York, Washington, DC, Los Angeles, and then also did Vancouver and Whistler in Canada. And that was a lot of fun. But I only kind of saw, like, you know, East Coast, West Coast above a certain latitude. So there's a lot of places in the US I want to see. I kind of want to see Texas, even though I'm paranoid that I get shot there. Because fucking there's more guns than people in Texas. Like Arkansas or something like that's also kind of tempting. Even though I don't know why it's called Arkansas. I did have a friend who did the the Appalachians. He walked the Appalachian Trail. He just disappeared for like a year. And we were like, dude, we haven't seen you in a year. Where you been? He was like, oh yeah, I was in the US walking the Appalachian Trail. I was like, all right, fucking could have told us. I've heard Alaska is nice, but it's far too cold for me, I think. Oh, actually, no, that's the other one. I said I'd been to America twice. The other time I went to America was I went to Hawaii. Hawaii was nice. The climate is very similar to Australia, so I found it very agreeable. And honestly, like, I feel like I could go and do like university in Hawaii, because a lot of my study in my bio degree was in like marine studies and like fisheries management, which is a lot of what they do at University of Honolulu and stuff like that. And actually, one of my lecturers, he didn't study at Hawaii. He studied at, I think, University of Sacramento, university in California, for part of his postgrad. And he said it was really good because like the university's right on the coast. So what he'd do is he'd like teach classes, and then be like, have your surfboard in the classroom. He'd teach classes and then just go outside and surf, which doesn't really avail me anything because I don't surf. I know, shock and surprise, an Australian who doesn't surf. Although maybe that's just me, because I grew up in a surfing town where a lot of people surf, so I was kind of the weird one for not. Yeah, I don't know. I think, yeah. Maybe this is just me soliloquizing because I'm at that time of my life once again where I need to go traveling, which I will be. Because end of June, start of July, I'm going to be taking a month off. Going traveling. Okay, bypass the wait station, very good. But yeah, it's nice to get out, see the world, see different things. I don't know, you appreciate where you come from, but I also find that you appreciate the things that you lack. Because I do like living in Australia. We do some things really well, but there's a lot of stuff we don't. Like, that was the thing I found when I was in New York. There's a lot of stuff, like, you know, even just in New York, there's the Native American Museum, the Indigenous History Museum, and it's built in the old New York post office. And, like, that building is spectacular. And it's, you know, it's been preserved and reused, and I think they do a lot of that really well in America, whereas in Australia, we do it a bit, but I find a lot of the time we just kind of be like, fuck it, and we knock things down. We kind of regard ourselves as having no real past worth preserving, which is a great tragedy. It also doesn't help that a lot of the time that's due to greedy fucking developers who just want to make money and don't give a shit, and people who enable them because, well, the money's the money. But yeah, it is a bit of a shame sometimes. But yeah, the point I was getting at, it was kind of that Australia sometimes doesn't. We don't preserve things well, and also a lot of the time we don't have the ambition. Like, again, I went to the library in New York, and like, that's just, again, such an immense building. And it really speaks of a certain level of ambition of like, hey, let's build a library that's big, you know, and substantial, and speaks to a commitment to knowledge and the accumulation and like public dissemination of knowledge. Whereas you look at the Australian National Library in Canberra, And, well, they've spent the past 10 years languishing under funding cuts and are trying to stop their roof from leaking. Their roof that contains collections of priceless books and manuscripts. Now, thankfully, because we've got a new government, we've recently gotten some more funding for them and other cultural institutions. But yeah, it's been hasn't been a great time for shall we say, preservation of Australia's cultural legacies, nor the ambition to do so. The only problem I had with stuff in America was mainly the Peterbilts. I'm just gonna get distracted real quick because I like some Peterbilts. Fuck you, car. I hated how cars, like, if I'm trying to reverse, they don't back up, they just sit there. Like fucking cretins. Hello, Mr. Peterbilt dealer. Would you like to sell me some Peterbilts? Yeah, let's see if you've got any work. What have you got? No, he's got nothing. That's fine, because we'll go to your truck showroom. Dealer is closed. Alright, well, we found them at least. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Nice big fucking Peterbilt. Are there Kenworths in this game? I'll need to check. Man, that was the funniest shit. Ah! Yeah. Ginger, welcome in. Welcome in. Yeah, dealer is unfortunately asleep. Which is a shame, because I've been looking for a Peterbilt dealer for like 3 days. Because they have very pretty trucks. Alright, well, dealer's a bust, so actually, stupid Australian moment, I just realized I was driving on the left-hand side of the road and I'm in America. Anyway, let's go pick up the truck we were going to pick up. Well, excavator. But yeah, welcome in, Ginger Fox. How you doing? How you doing? My name is Takama Ando, or you can just call me Ando for short. I'm a turtle. I live in the Marianas Trench, because rent is cheap. And today we are playing American Truck Simulator. Because, well, I did a little bit of rescheduling. I was actually going to play this tomorrow. But I found out the other day that tomorrow is World Turtle Day. May 23rd. So tomorrow I'm going to be doing a little bit of edutainment. I'm going to be doing a little presentation on turtles. Yeah, welcome in. Welcome in. A pleasure to meet you too. So yeah, I'm going to be doing a little science presentation on turtles. See how long that goes for, and then after that, I don't know. I'll see. Because, let's just say, when it comes to science presentations, I'm not great with... No, 10 minutes. 10 minutes, Ando. 20 minutes. I got so much stuff to tell you. Alright. Still got a red light. So what brings you by the channel tonight? Or today, or whatever time it is where you are in the world? Just browsing on Twitch? Cruising the VTuber tag, looking for trucks? I like to know what brings people my way. Because I had a couple people drop by just purely by cruising the Truck Simulator tab, which I thought was fun. You know, I'm not particularly good at the game, but I try. Right, what have we got? We got the excavator. They still got it on offer. Yes, they do. Alright, let's try and get this hitched up. Do do do. Oop. That's because I'm in neutral. That's why I'm not going anywhere. No, 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 no. This is... This is a bad idea. Okay. I'm a professional. Alright, we're almost there. Yep, close enough. Alright, lock our diff. Okay, I think we're underway. I think we're getting there. Alright, take it wide, stay alive. You, sir, had a death wish. So do you. Yeah, sure, go, go, go. These cars do not want to live. Can't they see that I'm indicating? Alright, there we go. Alright, I think we'll keep the diff locked while we're moving through town. I kind of wish I had a trail car. Someone to follow with a little siren on and a wide load sign. Okay. Let's try and get up a bit of speed. Okay, I think we'll keep the differential locked for now. So we'll get this in, and then we'll check that dealer once we've done this delivery, because I want my Peterbilt. I want my Optimus Prime truck. I wanna live the childhood dream of being a transformer. Being a transformer and doing mundane jobs such as delivering paper. Do do do. Oh, we thick. We too heavy. Thick boy on the back. It's a big, like, what, Komatsu? Something like that? Okay, let's get it up to 5, I think. Actually, probably not bother because it's a stoplight. Okay. Can we have the green, please? Green, please. Give me the green. Do it. Alright, there we go. The traffic signals fear and obey me. Alright, let's take it wide because I do not want to take out this pole. Oh. Ooh, don't take out the mailbox. Don't take out the mailbox. That's always the problem about having a low loader, is the gooseneck on it. Makes turning interesting. Alright, let's get a bit of speed up. Let's unlock our diff. Oh, do not do it. Do not do it, car. Very good. Got 6. Oh, not another stoplight. Okay. Lock the diff again. Oh, we got the green. Locking the diff was the correct decision there, because I would have started back rolling. Got some downhill, that's going to help. Unlock the diff. I kind of wish there was a lock differential indicator. I mean, it does tell you when you get up to speed, but it's a bit more concerning. Where are we currently? That's a good thing. Let's check the map. We are in San Diego. And where are we headed? Clifton, other side of Sierra Vista. So like bottom of California. Okay. SoCal. Which is, I think, almond country. I don't know. It's such a weird place, California, where they're like, yeah, we're basically a desert, but we're going to grow almonds, a crop that requires a crap ton of water. Ooh, also, fun fact. In California, several species of bee are legally considered to be fish. And then a court case upheld that, which I think is hilarious. For those of you requiring more context, and instead of just being like, ugh, California, what happened was the California Parks and Game Service wanted to put in some environment protections on some endangered species of bee. I don't know if they were endangered, but they were at risk. Thing is that under the California Game and Wildlife Act, they don't actually have a category for insects. Invertebrates are classed under fish because it assumed oysters and crabs and stuff, like marine invertebrates. So they went to put in these protections and were like, yeah, these bees are classified under invertebrates, fish. And a bunch of the farmers' unions got really pissed because they were like, bullshit, bees aren't fish. This is nonsense, this is ridiculous. How dare you make us follow these regulations because bees are clearly not fish. And it went to court, and it was looking a bit tenuous because I was reading a legal thing where one of the lawyers was arguing like this is just chicanery. I feel bad saying chicanery in a legal context after watching Better Call Saul. Okay, I gotta go to the way station. But yeah, they were basically saying look, this is pure chicanery. From a layman's definition, these things are clearly not fish, they're bees. It's just the Games and Wildlife Service playing shenanigans. But no, they took it to court, and the judge held up. He was like, yeah, the legislation's not great, but as it stands, it's invertebrates are classified under fish, but there's no qualification as to what that means. There's nothing saying that a bee cannot be classified as an invertebrate under the category of fish, because that's where invertebrate stands. Okay, my vehicle is not in perfect technical state. Be more careful. Sure, thanks. Alright, let's get back and rolling. I haven't gotten fined yet, so that's good. But no, I love weird animal classification facts of weird shenanigans. So a great example is both crocodile, capybara, and beaver were once, and I think still are, classified as not being meat by the Catholic Church. They were considered to be fish because they lived in water, and therefore you were allowed to eat them during Lent. I've heard mixed things on alligator, but apparently capybara is nice. I don't know. I wouldn't want to eat them. They're just chill. Big old guinea pig dogs. And there was the other one as well. For a long time, bats. Bats were classified as birds because they were like, what is it? On the fourth day? Just trying to go through my Genesis real quick. It's first day, let there be light, then the heavens, then the oceans. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's fourth day. Things with wings. Ah, Danchies, welcome in. How you doing? How you doing? Thanks for dropping by. Welcome to the stream. We're trucking once again. So yeah, my as I mentioned slightly earlier in the stream, my plan was originally that I was going to be trucking tomorrow, but then I got informed that tomorrow is World Turtle Day. So tomorrow I'm going to be doing a little edutainment stream about the science of turtles. So we're trucking today. Oh, you doing okay? That's good to hear. I like it. I like it when people come on by having a good, or at least passable time. And if they ain't having a good time, well then I hope that coming on by can make things a little bit better. Yeah. Avatar. On the second day, God created these nuts indeed. And on the third day, got 'em. Oh, turtles indeed, Danchies. You ain't ready. You ain't ready for the fine selection of round boys, long boys, snappy boys, and just other oddities I've got. Alright. Turtles are a wonderfully diverse group of organisms. We have more than 200 species. All of them are good boys. But no, like, I've specifically picked out some ones that people will look at and be like, what the hell? So yeah, no, I don't want to spoil anything though, but I've picked a couple of my favorites where I'm just like, yeah, these guys are like dumb as heck and I love them. But it's tricky. I'm gonna have to see how long we go for, because I have a bad habit of like, I will ramble on about anything forever and ever. So, you know, I kind of don't want to just be like, do they still make the Turtles chocolate treats? I think so, maybe. I don't know. They would never, I don't think they were ever really a thing here that much. I think I've like seen them or maybe had them once, but yeah, no, the only the only turtle treats I'm aware of is a streamer I watch once had like a in their state legal chocolate weed turtle, and it was a bad time. So no, I unfortunately, well, I thankfully actually have not had that experience, but no, I don't know about chocolate turtle treats. But I do know that, yeah, turtles come in a variety of shapes and sizes, all of which are wonderful and in some ways low-key horrific. So, you're gonna learn things you never even thought were possible and were not sure you ever wanted to learn. But I'm gonna leave it at that, because I don't want to spoil things for tomorrow. I've also actually got to finish my presentation. I'm about halfway through. I've done all of the, oh yeah, turtles are great. There's a reason why I am one, because they're great. But I think there's some misconceptions that people have about them from just popular existence, and I kind of want to address some of those a little bit, because yeah, we're an interesting bunch. And to be fair, we can, like, this is something I'll talk about tomorrow. Turtles, you can find turtles on every continent in the world except Antarctica. Oh, that and some of the more northerly latitudes, but we're present on every continent in the world except Antarctica. Africa, the Americas, Asia, Europe, Australia, we are everywhere. And the ocean, too. But yeah, reptile evolution is hell. And I'm glad I chose to do turtles and not snakes. Because snakes... Oh, snake evolution is horrific. The evolutionary history of snakes is a nightmare because things that aren't snakes keep turning into snakes. Like lizards keep being like, hey, you know what? I'm going to lose my legs and become a lizard that has no legs. It's not actually a snake, but it's very similar. And equally, we have multiple things in the snake lineage that are what we would call snakes now, but evolved at different points in time. A great example is the Australian tiger snake. As far as we can tell, they did a genetic study on this recently. As far as we can tell, because they're related to the cobra family, they're Elapidae. As far as we can tell, they started out as land snakes, became sea snakes, lived in the ocean, then returned to land, and became land snakes again. Which was interesting because they'd all, yes, the danger noodles indeed. Oh, fuck off, cop. God damn it. Cheese it, boys. But yes, Australia is the capital of danger noodles. We have, I think, of the deadliest snakes in the world, we have like 6 out of 10 or something like that. Which reminds me of my favorite bit of Wikipedia reading. So I was just browsing Wikipedia as I do. And I was reading up on the Australaps genus, which is the Australian copperheads. Not to be confused with, is it Agastrodon contortix, the American copperhead? But yeah, the Australaps genus, which is three Australian copperheads. I was reading about the Highland copperhead, and in the section under venom, it goes, the venom of the Australian Highland copperhead is, by Australian standards, relatively mild, being equivalent in potency to that of the Indian cobra. And then if you link to the Indian cobra page and read about its venom, the Indian cobra says, the Indian cobra is considered to be one of the 5 most deadly snakes in all of Asia, responsible for the majority of snake fatalities in India. So, yeah, top five most deadly snake in Asia, relatively mild by Australian standards. I hope not 3 copperheads in a trench coat. I mean, 1 I could probably wrangle, but 3, ugh. Also, I'm pretty sure I'd notice them if it's 3 copperheads in a trench coat. You'd be like, okay, why are there no sleeves? Why are there no legs? Why are you a writhing mass in a trench coat? Actually, that's the other one as well. So at work, one of the external transformer sheds we have, where we keep all the electrical gear, there's one of those that has a python living in it. Yeah, it's a diamondback python. We think it likes it because there's the heat and also the rats. We reckon it just chills out in there and eats all the rats. And they can't, that's the other thing as well, like some of the guys don't like it. They're like, oh, it's fucking snake, it's creepy. And I'm like, no, it's great. It's a big, thick baby. Yeah, we can't stop it getting in. They've tried, but they can't stop it from getting into the transformer shed because it's made of corrugated steel. And the corrugations in it are large enough that the snake can just come up and creep up through them. So they're like, there's no way to keep this thing out. And I'm just like, so what? It's like, it eats the rats. It helps us. Leave the snake be. But I remember a guy was showing me a photo from one time when he went in the shed to do some stuff. He turned on the lights and just sees this tail hanging down because the snake had fallen asleep up on one of the light racks. because he thought it was a cable hanging down. He was like, is that a stray cable hanging off a cable rack? And he went over and had a look at it. No, it's snake tail. He looks up, there's this like python, you know, like a 4-meter python just coiled up, sitting up on the light racks. It's interesting some of the nature we get, because we got snakes around, we got rabbits, we got a variety of birds. The one that's really weird is the pipes. So we use salt water from the ocean to cool a bunch of stuff at work. Usually like furnaces and stuff like that. We use them for cooling machinery. And it's interesting because they actually have to clean the pipes every couple of years, because the internal diameter of the pipe will get narrower, which changes the pressure and the flow rate. And the reason why the internal diameter of the pipe gets narrower is because we're sucking in seawater, and seawater's full of, like, basically larvae, like baby mollusks, baby, like, what are they called, barnacles and stuff like that. So every couple of years they have to clean out all the stuff that's grown inside the pipes. Because it's nice warm water, they're like, oh hell yes, I'll set up shop here, I'll be an oyster in this pipe. So they gotta shut everything down and send through the scraper to scrape out all the crap in the pipes. That, and we've got a bunch of like flushing canals where we dump out a bunch of the water from the wastewater plants and stuff like that. And there's fish in those, and they look really good, but we're not allowed to go fishing there, and it gets me annoyed, because I'm just like, god damn it. I'd love to go on my lunch break, just take a fishing rod and be like, alright boss, I'll be out for an hour. Drop a line in. But unfortunately it's near the loading berths, so we can't do that. And also, there's rules against eating any of the fish in the harbour, even though the pollution's been dealt with. Because the harbour used to be real bad, but the past 30 to 40 years they've been trying to fix it, and it's become much cleaner. Oh shit, I can go up to 70, I can go up to 75 now. Here I am yakking along, not paying attention. Getting a little bit sleepy too, but that's okay. Yes, can't, cannot. I don't know, is the question here, is it, are you questioning the fact that I can't, or are you just, like, are you picking on my Australian accent? Am I using the Australian word can't? Fucking oath can't. But no, like seriously, we're like, you're not allowed to go fishing in the harbour. Like, you get fined, you get in trouble, and in my case, I would probably lose my job. Which, yeah, I ain't losing my job for some fish. Why? Like, why go night... Well, actually, not why. How would night fishing fix my problem? Because we operate 24/7. They're, like, work does not shut down. We operate 24/7. We got ships coming and going. We are making steel 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Being there at night will not avail me anything, because we've got big spotlights everywhere, like we've got floodlights. Yeah, night fishing would do me no benefit. Let me just check. Quick map check. Yeah, I think we're going to get a little sweepy. So I think... I might put a marker in here. Yeah, no, trust me, if I could get away with it, I would. which is a shame because there's a lot of stuff people used to get away with back in the day. Um, so a fun one. So the street I live in is entirely like old steelworking houses. Like the suburb I live in used to just, everyone who lived there back in the day used to all work at the steelworks. And so most people, if you go into their backyard and look at like the barbecue they've got in their backyard, or like the ramps they use on their driveway, if you open up their barbecue, you'll find that the plates in there are actually like scrap plates taken from the steelworks. That's what people used to do. They used to just buy scrap steel from the works and take it home and use it, like turn it into barbecues and stuff. Unfortunately, you can't do that anymore because the company got cheap and they don't sell their scrap anymore. They recycle it. But yeah, people used to do all sorts of crazy shit back in the day. One of the ones they used to do is the company used to do fabrication, so they used to build things like trailers. And what people would do is they would go and they would hook a trailer up to their car, then they'd go and load a bunch of scrap into it, put it on the weigh scale, weigh it, and then like get charged, you know, $100 for some scrap or whatever. But they had it in a $200 trailer, so they would essentially like steal the trailer. They'd get a trailer for free. Absolute loosest units. But no, I've got some friends who are into knife making and like kind of, I guess you'd say, hobby blacksmithing. And every time I walk past the scrap pile, there's some like scrap billets that are like perfectly sized for knife making, and every time my heart breaks. I'm just like, oh man, like I'd love to just take a bunch of these and be like, all right guys, here's some mystery steel, make some knives. But alas, we live in an age where being a cowboy is no longer entirely acceptable. There we go. Sunrise at 5:56 a.m. Yeah, I mean, you could see the thing with canister Damascus. Well, there's a couple of things with canister Damascus. Scrap metal probably wouldn't be that great for it, just because of the fact that scrap metal is usually pretty homogeneous, like at least the scrap that we produce, because it's offcuts from like plates or slabs. Canister Damascus is much more interesting if you have something that will give you an interesting patination. Yeah, you can do some fun stuff with canister Damascus. I've seen some people do interesting things with it, with like bike chains and fishing hooks and stuff. So what have I seen? I've seen bike chain canister, bike chain canister Damascus. I saw someone use a chainsaw chain. I've seen like hex nuts, 6mm hex nuts, fishing hooks, nails, ball bearings. So I've seen a couple of interesting things you can do with canister, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like the thing with canister is you've got to find a really good substrate to use. And I find you can do just as interesting, if not more interesting, things with just straight bars. Like doing a wolf tooth pattern, I really like. Again, not that I've tried it because I'm lazy, but just, yeah, like a wolf tooth pattern, or like serpent pattern with doing like counter twisted bars and stuff like that. Weld those together and then do it. Yeah, you can get some really interesting, nice stuff out of that. And some of the false Damascus are interesting as well. So there's false Damascus is where you like braze in a non-ferrous a non-ferrous metal, so something like there's a Japanese one, I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head, but it's a it's you braise in copper. So you, oh fuck off, it was green when I was going. Yeah, you braise copper into it, so you wind up with a Damascus pattern, but it's got copper in there. There is a way to do copper, not copper, sorry, Damascus with titanium in it, but there's a dude in the US who has the patent on how to do it. So it's a whole thing. Because titanium has some really weird properties. It's incredibly annoying to forge with, and which I never even tried, don't want to try. I just know this from common knowledge. Give me the green. But no, I've got mixed feelings on Damascus, because like Damascus is very pretty steel, or just any pattern welded steel. It's very pretty, but it's not necessarily a practical steel. Oh, getting sweepy. Like you can make a practical knife out of a mono steel, and it will be just as good as, if not better than, a Damascus blade. It just won't be as visually spectacular. And I think, like, there is a certain level of artistry and skill required to make Damascus, and like canister Damascus and stuff like that, you know, requires you to get the method right. But I think people confuse that artistry for actual practical use. People treat Damascus like it's some like fucking magic star metal that, you know, cut through million layer steel. It's the same with the whole like tamahagane and like folding steel in Japanese sword making. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take my trailer off. I'm gonna try and park. But yeah, it's the same with Japanese sword making, right? The reason why they folded the steel was to get the impurities out, to make it a bit more... Alright, can I... No, I can't sleep here. Son of a bitch. I think I can only sleep here if I've... I don't know why there's a bed sign here. Do 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 do. Okay, we there? Are we there? There we go. Okay, I need to find another sleepy spot. I think I'll be able to find one over there. Can I... No, I'll just do a loop. Ooh. The difficulties of maneuvering with a heavy trailer. Okay, take it wide. Don't fall asleep, don't fall asleep. Yes, there we go. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Take it wide. Big juice. Oh, son of a bitch. Son of a bitch, I fucked up. Oh, I fucked up. I fucked up. I thought I could loop around, but I can't. Alright. Managed a U-turn. Managed a U-turn. I managed to jackknife it a little bit, but I managed a U-turn. Okay, take it wide, take it wide. Right, we'll celebrate when we get out of here. Son of a bitch. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, they're gonna be so mad at me. I'm scraping the shit out of their building. They're gonna be so mad at me. Lock the diff. Take it wide, take it wide. Big juice. Come on, come on. Big juice. Alright, we're free. I do wish they marked things a little bit better in this game sometimes. I'm not at critical sleepiness yet, so that's good. Take it wide, take it wide. Stop. This is certainly some interesting pathing. Not entirely sure why they're giving us this route, but okay. Okay, we're at red sleepiness now. That's less than ideal, but we're pretty close to our sleeping spot, so I think... Oh, fuck off, cop. Why do they make me drive through a town with a low loader? Like, it is less than ideal. Yes, green, thank you. Fucking floor it. Sleepy. Man, I'm gonna be tired by the end of this week. I'm gonna have done so much thinking this week. Far more thinking than I usually do. Okay, that was a little bit... Lock the diff. Just back it up a little. Okay, let's see if we can get a little bit of it. Yep, there we go. There we go. Trailer damage 2%, fuck off. I know, I'm sleepy. They must hate the fact that they just, like, wake up in the morning and there's some dude here parked in their car park with, like, a full trailer. Alright, let's get her out the gate. Oh, no. Ah yes, reversing my eternal struggle. I'm a professional. Actually, fuck it. Let's... Can we make it? Can we make it? We can make it. We can make it. Yes. Fuck. Lock diff. We'll come down this way and we'll loop it. Ah! Objects in rear mirror may be sucking more than they appear. Come on, come on, come on. Yes, 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 yes. Finally, we're free. Oh god, this is gonna end poorly. I gotta loop it through the gas station. We're trading one problem for another. Can I go around? No, I can't go around the back way. Okay, can I... Fuck! Come on, come on, come on. Okay, at least there's no fence here to get stuck on. So let's just do a cheeky shit U-turn. Turn off our hazards. I'm a professional. I know what I'm doing. Okay. Okay, cool. Differential can't be locked. That's good. Gas, gas, gas. Alright, don't come train. No train. Oop, that's a red light. Fuck it. Oh, now it turns green. Take the excavator, he said. It'll be fun, he said. Then we'll buy our Peterbilt, he said. Don't you fucking do it. I feel like this, well, I am in California. I was gonna say, I feel like this town's the Hotel California. I can leave, well, no, I can check out, but I can never leave. That's it. You know these words, Ando. You've listened to that song on road trips how many times? Alrighty, I think we're gonna get this one delivered, see if we can pick up Peterbilt, and then we might call it there. Because we've been going for 2.5 hours of scuff. Right. Oof. Get a bit more pace on. Once we get up to about 13th gear, I think we'll be at our max. We'll be at about 60. Oh, actually no, 13th is about 75, so I reckon we can probably manage at 11, 12-ish. I keep forgetting I updated my transmission, so I have a 13 speed now. Alright, take it to the 13th. Try and get a bit of speed on the outside lane and do some overtaking. Let's go with the double. Alright, I think we'll hit cruise control. Alright, I got half tank of petrol in my truck, which is good because I am running out of gas. And my back is starting to betray me. Too much shrimping. Hang on. Okay, I somehow turned on the radio by accident instead of crashing my truck. Very good. This is what I get for trying to adjust my chair one-handed. Let's not go off-road. Let's not go off-road. Oh, that's feeling a little bit better. See, that's the problem. I can't, because of the way my desk is shaped, I can't actually roll my chair in all the way. Partially because of how my desk is shaped, and also partially because my computer sticks out slightly from under my desk. But it means that sometimes to see things, I have to shrimp a bit. Which means I finish streams, and I'm like, my back! My elderly back! Alright, we're 3 hours out, supposedly. It's 11:46 on a Monday. Is it? Oh, no. Okay, we'll arrive at 11:46. Right. That might explain, I think, why I was getting some weird stuff where I was like, that time does not look right, because I think I was looking at the wrong clock. Nyum. Yeah, I think I need to do shorter streams. Because again, I've been doing a couple lately that have been like 3 hour, 4 hour streams, and they've been nice. The only problem is that I get towards the end, and my brain just head empty, no thoughts. Which isn't exactly entertaining. Because I know that a lot of you out there like me as a second monitor streamer. You like having me just in the background, mumbling away in my... Let's cut a bit of speed there. Well, yeah, I guess. I don't know. I need to get, I think, two things. Well, actually, two things. I think I should be doing some shorter streams, just for my own sake. Well, two things. I think I should be doing shorter streams for my own sake. But I also should try doing, like, practicing at doing longer streams. Having more things to say and more energy. But yeah, it also kind of doesn't help that, like, so my usual streaming time is 8:30 Australian time, right? So if I do a 2 hour stream, it usually finishes at about 10:30. So at the moment we're at about 10 past 11. I've been going for 2.5 hours. So if I stream for too long, it hits like midnight. So like, I did a stream with Boyson, a collab on the weekend, and that was a lot of fun. But we both got to the end of that, and it was like 12:30, 1 a.m. And we were both like, it was a Saturday, so we meant like it was okay. But like, we got to the end of that, and we were both fucking dead. We both like ended the collab. We raided Diaki, and then we were basically like, that was fun. Okay, bye. I'm going to sleep. So I don't know. I want to do some stuff where I have more time to do things, but also where it, like, I do not cripple myself with fatigue, especially during the week when I have to go to work. It's I can do it on the weekend. It's a bit more viable. But also, like, again, particularly if it's a collab, like, I felt a little bit bad finishing that collab and just being like, okay, that was fun, bye. Like, I would have liked to have done a bit more wind down and been like, hey, that was fun, thanks for, you know, hanging out. Because we wound up doing all that stuff the next day. We wound up, like, on Sunday being like, yeah, that was a lot of fun, thanks for swinging by. But I think it's just about, yeah, having a, okay, cool, I can bypass the way station, excellent. Because I know some streamers have, like, lists of things that they write down. They're like, hey, here are the things I want to talk about. I don't so much. I kind of freeform it a little bit, mainly just because my brain is so smooth. I think of things, like, during the day where I'm like, yeah, that'll be great to talk about, and then I never write them down and forget about it. And even if I did write them down, I'd probably look at it during stream and be like, huh? What does that mean? Because streaming is using up so much of my brain RAM. It's the same with when I get new people in. I'm trying to do better at you know, talking to the new people, being like, hey friendo, what's going on? What's brought you by the stream? Anything interesting you want to talk about? Okay. Let's get a bit more gas on. Oops. Don't almost run over that white car. Oop. We're 1.5 hours out. Yeah, right, I think we'll be finishing up probably around about 11:30. Okay. Alright. Oh, I can go 65 now. Well, that reminds me, I need to check my skibs if they've come in yet. Don't think they have, but I hope they have. Fuck you. Why are you slowing down? I'm going to doot you, sir. I'm going to be a nuisance driver. Fuck you. Be gone. Oh, I've discovered Clifton. Okay, I think I cut a little bit too much speed there. Okay, can I get somewhere that actually has a decent speed limit? 25, still 25. Some nice apartments you got here. Be a shame if someone were to. Sweet dreams. Yeah, the air horn in this game's a little bit disappointing, but that's fair. I kind of feel like I wish I could mod it to be like a ship's one, just like whoa. Ooh, 35, I can go faster. Hell yes, brother. Why did the cruise control not kick in? Literally the middle of nowhere. Okay. They're about 34, put the cruise control on. Good enough. Also, this asshole Ute still in front of us. That guy. Oop. Let's not fall off the side. Yeah, there we go. Alright. I'm in a hurry, so I'm just going to ditch this. Sweet. Nice, level 12. They got any jobs for me? Okay, skill points. What do I want? Let's go high value. I haven't really got anything fragile or just in time, but I don't care. Okay, so they've got a generator, silica. Okay, I will not take any of these for now. No, I will not take the silica. I will not be tempted. Instead, what I will do is I will... trucks. Peterbilts. Visit selected dealer. Oh. Peterbilts, boys. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Look at those stacks. Is this worse horsepower than what I've got currently? I'll need to check that. Is this a 370? I think I've got more horsepower in my rig at the moment. 455. Oh. Oh, yes. 500 horsepower. 220 gallon of fuel. 1650 foot-pounds. 1850 foot-pounds. Oh, nice. Available from level 20. Ah. Low roof sleeper. 1650 foot-pounds. 455 horsepower. Level 13. I'm not quite there yet. 1350 foot-pound at 370. 1350 foot-pound at 370. I want to see what it looks like in my paint. Custom metallic. Apply color preset. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, baby. Look at that. It's the fucking neon sex machine, that is. Ooh. I'm just gonna leave for a minute. Just gonna head on out. I'm gonna leave. Because what have I got currently? What's my current rig? So what's my current machine? So it's an International 990i. 450 horsepower. 1650 football. Yeah, so I like this guy. Can I have multiple trucks on the go at once? That's what I wonder. I'll find out more, but yeah, this International seems like a better buy than the Peterbilts, which is a shame because the Peterbilts are sexy as fuck. Alright, well, I think we'll call it there. So, in the meantime, who are we going to raid? These are the questions we ask ourselves on a daily basis. I mean, Sin is still on. yeah, I think we'll go with the tried and true. Unless is Boyson finishing? Is she about to end? Okay, no, Boyson's about to finish. So we are not rating Boyson. Sag. Whomst to raid. Raid channel. This is why I shouldn't be allowed to stream on Mondays. My brain is too smooth to do things. Let's raid Ivo. We haven't rated Ivo. Let's go. Ivo. Playing Outlast, so I will send you all on that a ways. Alright, thank you for dropping by. Tomorrow is International Turtle Day. We'll be doing Turtle Stream. We'll be talking about turtle things. Drop by to hear me rant about my species for an hour. Thanks, and I'll see you around.